Welcome to Future Reviews. My name is Gold Vision, and I will be your guide. Arkham Knight was released across the human planet of Earth on June 23rd, 2015. Game players across that planet were infuriated about the official version for Windows, as hardware inconsistencies caused loss of textures and reduced frame rates. Warner Brothers halted sales, suggested refunds, and the developer set out to repair the somewhat broken release. The video captured here was from that limited version. The Gold Vision rating system is both approximate and exact, and definitely composed of numbers. It is very important that games are given a number because in the future, everything is a number. The four categories that the numbers for a game come from are immersion, control, accomplishment, and balance. There is a bonus category as well, but it is of course secret. Arkham Knight immerses the protagonist Batman into a relatively large and somewhat evacuated Gotham City. There are many instances where the camera moves but does not cut when transitioning from combat to communication to cutscenes and finally into the Batman vehicle. This keeps the control in the player's hands in situations where it is traditionally ripped. This scene is particularly interesting as we transition from the Batman to see his whole world. The NPCs feel dynamic as well, evident in this scene when the idling guards are gawking at the Batmobile. This activity does not feel scripted as there was no loading screen between when the Batmobile was parked and when the Batman returns to it. These elements combined help keep the player engaged. Control is rated by the player's ability to enjoy the game without his or her performance interrupted due to difficult or confusing controls, especially when he or she is playing in front of judgmental friends. Arkham Knight makes sure to keep the player informed of his control options most of the time, but important control suggestions sometimes slip through, almost forgivable for a gadget-themed superhero. When a unique opportunity to use a new gadget does come up, the game alerts the player as to how to best interact with the situation. The combat is very intuitive, and the Batmobile operation in both standard driving and combat mode is surprisingly manageable. The menus are straightforward, as to be expected with a Windows game of the time period. Regarding accomplishment, the question is rarely whether or not the Batman will succeed as much as how quickly and efficiently he can, taking the fewest hits with the highest combos. Accomplishments and their respective achievements still feel important, and it is generally impressive what the Batman can do when he slows down time. Finally, the balance of the game tips towards the action side of the scale, which is appropriate given the motifs of the genre. The story is told in fluid walking scenes, with an estimated 89% active, 11% passive. The sum of these numbers, as well as the total from the secret bonus category, 152 points, are combined for this game's rating. The immersive nature of virtually living out a Batman film and feeling like a techno-gadget-themed superhero, combined with the development studio's admission of disappointment and determination to make their wrongs right, nets this game a step forward for gaming in 2015. This has been your future review of Batman Arkham Knight. My name is Gold Vision, reminding you to enjoy the game.